the moment of truth. I'm in trepidation here. Well. My first impression is that really is not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Well, here's my old antique drill press. It's still pretty much as it was. I'm going to go around all the machines here and just give each one a once over. There is my blacksmith vise, leg vise, it's looking fine. There's a Centec 2A. Okay, so there's a wee bit of surface rust on the slides, or maybe it's just oil, and there's a bit of rust in there, but nothing to get hung up about, I don't think. This is fine. I'm not even going to have to do all that much of a clean-up. Wow. Horizontal mill, Wisconsin. Still the same slit and saw, the same, what do you call it, plate? Same vise as just as I left it. Wee bit of maybe surface rust, or maybe it's just mucky oil, I don't know. But really, this is great. I'm so relieved. Yep, Myford ML7, a future restoration project. Old counter shaft. Wee bits of rust, but some of this gear was rusty anyway. That might need a bit of work to get it loosened up, but hey, that's really quite minor. Union pillar drill. Turning. Sundry items, I'm not going to get too involved with these. Other Union pillar drill. Oh yeah, all good. Door Westbury, waiting for its second refit. Now that's that's a wee bit rusty, but again it's superficial. Really nothing to worry much about. The Ajax mill that is allegedly destined to become a CNC machine at some point. Well, who knows, it might even happen if I live long enough. There's the knee for it. All good. Old line shaft material, but that was rusty before. Up there, yeah, that's a bit rusty. That bit of shafting, but hey, it's not really problematic. All still turns. The supports, the hangers, that's what you call them, are looking pretty good. I painted these with grey before, and yeah, they're looking fine. Yeah. And the back part of the shop didn't really take any rain anyway. So, because it was only the front part of the roof that was off. My vise, well, some of this is rusty anyway. All these bits of line shaft bearings, yeah, they're all pretty much as they were. All of this, pulleys, wooden pulleys, they don't look like they've suffered at all. Fantastic. God, I keep on, don't I? I'm so pleased, so relieved actually. And here's this old George Taylor mill that I bought. Well, it's not a mill at all, it's a bit of a mill. God knows what I'm going to do with it, but I bought it in a moment of foolish impulsivity several years back, but it could be used for something. It has potential, I think. More line shaft hangers. The vintage Swiss milling machine, 7-headed gang mill, that had rust on it anyway, so nothing major there. And then really, this wee motor I think should be okay. That's going to go on that mill. And then this 626 Toolco milling machine. Well, as far as I can see, there's a bit of, there's a wee bit of oily, rusty stuff on the saddle, but it's all going okay. And on the table, probably just needs a wee bit of a clean-up of superficial rust. But I'm really not very worried about any of this, to be honest. Oh, there's one more machine over there, and we'll walk back round again to get to it. This is the one that I was most concerned about because it did take quite a soaking. Because it was this end of the shop that the rust was, the roof was off. Myford ML10. Yep. a wee bit of rust there, superficial. I mean, this lace pretty much in mint condition, really, and it was tragic to know that it was soaked. But I think this is going to clean up okay, and it's going to be a nice wee, precise wee lathe. It's got a DRO scale on it, so I might finish that job at some point. And then there's this Lister stationary engine. Well, that might run the line shaft at some point, depending. And you know, when I bought it, the guy ran it for me, but it's not looking hell of a different than it did before. And then we have this little Burke number 0, little tiny mill. Again, it looks fine, actually okay. I don't really have much to complain about. These anvils they're a bit rusty. Unfortunately, they've lost their patina a bit, but I think I'm not going to get too aggressive on that and spoil it. I think a rub with an oily rag is probably all they'll need, and they should be okay. Look, the base of that one's got some green moss, mouldy stuff growing on it that it didn't have before. So it's obviously got really quite wet. Another thing that for some reason I've been concerned about is in here we've got all these lovely old milling cutters, but they're alright. I mean, they didn't get wet, but I thought the general dampness of the environment might have knackered them, but look at that. Beautiful milling cutter. All the right size for the horizontal mill. I think it's a 1-inch arbor or something like that. So yeah, this is all great. What a relief. Man, what a relief. Thanks for bearing with me. Oh yeah, just one more thing, and there's the new roof. It was this horrible fake asbestos before, fibro cement, but now it's corrugated iron and clear perspex corrugated panels. A much better roof, and it's letting more light in as well. So overall, yes, all good. Thanks for watching.